Welcome to Little Known Black History Facts. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The lynching of Anthony Crawford. Anthony Crawford was an African-American man lynched by a mob of white men in Abbeville, South Carolina. They were extremely jealous of him because of his wealth. The men believed that a Negro shouldn't be as intelligent and wealthy as Mr. Crawford was. In 1916, a 56-year-old planter, Grandpa Crawford as he was known, owned 427 acres of land, had 13 children, and helped establish a school, a church, and farms in the local black community. Some sources say that he had as much as 600 acres. Many of Crawford's children had settled on plots adjoining that of their father, with a net worth of approximately $20,000 to $25,000 in 1916, equivalent to today's currency of $680,752. Crawford was one of the richest men in Abbeville County. During the Jim Crow era, successful black people were conspicuous, and arguing with whites was dangerous. Crawford was known for his refusal to tolerate disrespect or defiance in any form. This extended even to whites. He was quoted as having said to his children, "The day a white man hits me is the day I die." On October 21, 1916, Crawford was taking 2 loads of cotton and a load of seed into Abbeville and had a disagreement over the price of cottonseed with W.D. Barksdale, a white store owner. After Crawford left the store, one of Barksdale's employees followed him outside and hit him on the head with an axe handle. Crawford called for help, which drew attention of Sheriff R.M. Burtz. The officer arrested Crawford, most likely for his own protection, as a mob of angry whites was already beginning to accumulate. Crawford was held at the jail briefly and released later that day on $15 bail. The police allowed him to exit from a side door, but the mob saw him anyway and pursued him into a cotton mill nearby, where Crawford took shelter in the boiler room. A salesman named McKinney Can entered the boiler room after Crawford, and Crawford, grabbing a hammer from some nearby tools, knocked the man unconscious. Although the mill workers attempted to stop it, Crawford was stabbed and severely beaten by the mob. Sheriff R.M. Burtz appeared and arrested Crawford once more, much to the chagrin of the mob of whites. The sheriff could only get Crawford away from the mob by promising to the brothers of Can that he would not try to sneak Crawford out of town before the full extent of McKinney Can's injuries was known. As it happened, Can was not badly hurt, although Crawford was. He was treated by the local physician, who happened to be the mayor of Abbeville. The physician announced that Crawford would most likely die from his wounds. Considering that Crawford might die before the mob could get to him, and concerned that the sheriff might spirit him out of town, at 3 p.m. around 200 white men besieged the jail, captured and disarmed the sheriff, and abducted Crawford. Crawford was dragged through the black section of the town with a rope around his neck. The mob then stole a lumber wagon from a black driver and used it to take Crawford to a fairground nearby. Crawford, likely dead by that point, was hanged from a tree there, while armed whites riddled his body with bullets, rendering it to a bloody pulp by the bloodthirsty white mob that resented his wealth. The mob didn't allow the Crawford family to remove his hanging body from the tree. The paper's headline the next day read, "Negroes strung up and shot to pieces." After dark, the county coroner took a jury to the fairground and cut down Crawford's mutilated remains. The coroner reported that Crawford had died at the hands of parties unknown. Terrorized, the well-established, multi-generational Crawford family and many other local black people realized that Abbeville was not safe for them. Amid continued threats, most of the family scattered north, leaving behind what their patriarch had built and carrying the painful loss of his wisdom and humor. Crawford's crime, for which he was dragged through the streets, lynched, and then shot as he hung already dead from a tree, was cursing a white man for offering him a low price for the cottonseed he was trying to sell. Though Crawford's children legally inherited the land, they feared living on the property and later lost it when they couldn't pay off a small bank loan. A century later, an historical marker symbolizing their continued remembrance in hope that Abbeville would never forget or repeat that horrendous October day was erected, sponsored by the Equal Justice Initiative in 2016. No one was ever tried for the lynching. Until next time, if you like little known history facts as I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.